Corvallis on the floor warming up. It is their second meeting at Corvallis earlier this year. Corvallis got the better of the Warriors by a score of 63-49. That 14-point deficit, not too bad. But at one point, it was 50-28. Their biggest lead of the game was 22 points. And then the Warriors cut into it at the end. Like all games, it was close early on. You know, I was thinking today, that's actually kind of silly sometimes to say that. Of course it's close early on.
Well, of course, yes.
I mean, even if it's 10-2, it's still close at that point.
Yeah.
But it was even about midway through the first quarter, and Corvallis started to pull away and got a rather easy victory when it was done. As always, we hope tonight for a closer contest. Corvallis is a team that can hit some slumps. They are a team that won 2 state tournaments in a row, but most of those players are gone. Yeah. It's a completely new team, and they have not had the success this year that they have had in the past. As they start the evening tonight, they are 6-3 in the league, 11-7 on the season, Lebanon 1-8 in the league. Of course, we know they got the win over Woodburn, but had to forfeit it. Actually, 2 wins on the season, 2-7, 5-14 on the year. We hope it'll be a good matchup tonight based upon Corvallis results in the game that we talked about the other evening against West Albany, a game in which they did not score from late in the second quarter until 3 minutes remained. Actually, it was in the first period. It was in the first period because they went scoreless in the second quarter and didn't score until 3 minutes remained in the third quarter.
And, you know, I cannot imagine that ever happening. The Warriors have had some bad quarters, but they've never gone that extended of a time without scoring at all. So, you know, that, you know, and the fact that the first game, like you said, it was a blowout for a while, but the Warriors did close the gap. Last year, these two teams met. The average score was about 72-35. So, I mean, obviously, the gap is shrinking a little bit. The Warriors are at home. It's Friday night. I don't know. I just have a good feeling that tonight it could be a competitive game.
There is one player from the last couple of years who gave them fits. Henry Rondeau should be one of their better shooters tonight. He's 5'11" and a senior. Yeah. And he was a good contributor to those 2 championship teams. Again, as I said the last time they met, I don't remember if he started, but he certainly came off the bench frequently for them in the last couple of years. He's among the starters now. Their top player now is a player who was not with them in the last few years. His name is Marion Clark. He is 6'3". He's a senior. He comes out of California. Told his story several times that he lived in a troubled neighborhood in California. His 2 older brothers came up to Corvallis, one working for the Children's Farm home out Highway 20, and the other working for the Boys and Girls Club in Corvallis. Now, Marion was in a tough neighborhood in California. Those 2 older brothers wanted to get the younger brother out of California, and they brought him up here. They applied to the OSAA for special privileges to allow him to start this year. The OSAA said that was fine. And he scored something like 27 points in the first game he played for Corvallis. Wow. Occasionally he can catch fire, but he, like the whole team, occasionally has nights in which he really has some slow evenings. But he's a good player. He handles the ball well. He can shoot well. I think maybe a key for the Warriors tonight is to have 2 off nights from Henry Rondeau and Marion Clark, and then they're in the ball game and maybe pick up a victory.
That's right, and the Warriors have got to have a couple people step up. The big one is Ian Smith has to keep his hot play as of late, and he needs some help. He needs somebody to hit some jumpers from the outside. Isaac maybe, Jacob McConnell maybe, CJ Hargis. He needs somebody else. They need that inside-outside game for them to pull off a win tonight.
Warriors on the floor warming up in their white home uniforms. Corvallis in their blue road uniforms warming up just below us tonight. Spartans and Warriors preparing for battle this evening at KGAL. We'll take our first time out.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Lynn Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E Tangent.
Taking a detour down a gravel road isn't fun for you or your tires. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, all of our car or pickup tires come with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Albany Burgerville is now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese on a toasted hoagie roll and the chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Back at Lebanon High School, thank you for joining us tonight here on KGAL Radio. Warrior basketball against Corvallis this evening. It's another night like one we saw a few weeks ago where the student representation tonight is rather sparse.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, it's standing up now. It is beginning to fill in.
They must have snuck in during that break.
Maybe not as many as we usually see, but at least the seats are now beginning to fill in.
Yeah.
Part of that reason, though, is that the band is here again tonight, and they take up several seats in the bleachers just next to us and just below us here from the balcony area at Lebanon High School. But we hope for some good noise tonight. That certainly will assist the Warriors to get Corvallis on the home court. Also in the league tonight, Silverton. Silverton is at Woodburn this evening.
Yeah.
Silverton running away with the league at 9-0 in the league, 15-4 on the year. Crescent Valley trails them by 2 games at 7-2, 11-6 on the season. West Albany at 6-3, tied with Corvallis at 6-3. But perhaps the biggest game tonight is Crescent Valley at West. Crescent Valley eked out a victory over West the first time at their home. You see how West Albany does tonight. Possibly a tie for second place, but it could be a game that would decide second place. If CB wins, they should be the second place team in the league behind Silverton.
Yeah, I really think whoever wins that game is going to finish second, because you look at Crescent Valley, they have 2 losses, both of which are to Silverton, so they almost can't catch Silverton. They would need a lot to happen. West Albany doesn't play Silverton anymore, so those 2 are really battling for second place tonight. I really think so.
But if they finish tonight, they've both played Silverton twice. They would have an even record if West Albany wins tonight. I wonder how they break that tie.
Maybe you go down to the next team below them and say who beat them.
But if they all win out,
yeah,
they would have both lost to Silverton twice. They would have split their series.
I don't know. There's got to be some sort of tiebreaker. I'm just not familiar with it.
Point total, defensive points given up by the defense. I don't know, but that's the most interesting game of the night. At second place, it could be up for grabs there. Also this evening, it's that's it tonight, just the 3 games.
Yeah. Because
last night Dallas and South met in a Thursday night game for some reason, and that was won by South. Tanner Tibbett with 27 points really went off last night. 66-54. South Albany won that game yesterday evening at South. They'll be here to face the Warriors a week from tonight. So going on down the league, you have West Albany and Corvallis both at 6-3. Woodburn at 3-6, 6-12 on the season. South, with their win last night, already takes care of this night's game. So they've played 10 already. They're 3-7, 6-14 on the season. Dallas falls to 2-8, 5-14, and the Warriors 1-8. But as we know, 2-7 without that forfeited game. 4-14, the way the OSA looks at it. 5-13, the way we see it. Both teams continuing to warm up tonight. We'll tell you a little bit more about the personnel here this evening. When we come back, we'll take our second time out on KGAL.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
Lassen RV in Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
KGAL.
Welcome back, Lebanon High School, the site tonight for the Warriors and the Spartans. The Warriors last game was against West Albany on Tuesday evening, and West Albany really got the better of the Warriors this year. They won the first meeting 95-44.
Yeah.
51-point victory at West. And then the other evening, the final margin was 77-37. But in truth, it was worse than that. It was 44 points midway through the fourth quarter. And West really went to the bench at that point. We didn't see their starters any longer. The Warriors did not go to the bench as much as West did. They had some of their starters still in the game, managed to get it down to 40 points. But unfortunately, West, which has their ups and downs, had nothing but ups in the two meetings against the Warriors.
Yeah, that was it was not a forgettable series against West Albany this year for the Warriors. But this Corvallis team is a team much like West Albany, maybe with not as much talent as West has this year, but they're definitely a team that could go cold. So hoping for that tonight for the Warriors' sake.
You mentioned Ian Smith earlier in our broadcast tonight.
Yeah.
He was one of our players of the game the other evening. He really played well under the basket against a team that has tremendous height.
Yeah.
Nate Sherwood, or Sherwood the younger, his older brother Chad also playing. Nate Sherwood at 6'8", Jalen Schlegel at 6'8", Josh Bryant at 6'6", and several of the reserves who come off the bench are at 6'4". Ian Smith at 6'5", battling and a couple of times in the ball game, both 6'8" players at the same time.
Yeah.
Schlegel and Sherwood did a really good job. Did a good job of battling them, trying to get position under the boards. Did a good job a couple of times of knocking the ball away from them when he couldn't grab it because of their height. And also one memorable shot, a crossover layup, or a wraparound as I like to call it, where in this case he was coming from the right side of the basket along the baseline to the left side, and then with his back to the wall of his gymnasium put it up and in off the glass. He showed some real style, and through the year he has really improved his play. If he continues to grow, at 6'5" already, he could really be a force in the league in the next few years.
I think so, and I think he was really earlier in the season. He was learning how to use his body, to fit his game. He probably is not used to playing with that 6'5" frame. As the season went on, he started playing more better, aggressive with it, and he's gotten a lot better the last few games. And I'm looking at the Corvallis roster. They don't have too much height. Looks like their tallest guy is Dylan Duval at 6'4", so I think he could have a good night down there tonight.
That's a good point, because they definitely do not have the height. Dylan Duval at 6'4". Marion Clark is 6'3". He's the one we talked about, probably their top scorer.
Yeah.
Henry Rondeau at 5'11", and beyond that, a couple of players at 6'2". So they certainly don't have the height. The Warriors did not do that bad a job of rebounding the other night. They were down by about 10 at the end of the game. That's not too bad, really.
No, that's not too bad, considering West had two 6'8" guys and a 6'6" guy to go also.
So if they can prevent second shots tonight, that might be a key thing. If they can clear the boards, win the rebound battle, hopefully that would keep them in the game this evening. But the Warriors the other night against West had another bad quarter in the first quarter, where it was 8-5 early on, and then 13 consecutive points by West. As I remember from the first Corvallis game, I couldn't tell you what the total margin was, but again, there was one of those periods early on where there was a run, sizable run, which really put the game away from that point on.
Yeah, the Warriors, that's been the problem the last few years. They get that one quarter or that one little spurt where they just forget how to play, and the other team takes advantage, and they have to be able to stop that. Even if it's like a 10-5, that could be huge in the game if they're outscored by 5 points in a little bit of a run. So they got to do a much better job of, like you said, limiting second chance for Corvallis tonight, and they just got to get the ball in the bucket more often than they have been recently.
They may be able to get the ball down low a little better than they've tried to do. So many times we see that entry pass knocked away. There might be better success given the comparative size of the teams tonight. It seems that every game we always talk about, well, this is a team, Dallas. They could go cold for a while. They have their problems. Corvallis, they have their problems. But the thing that we never talk about is the fact that Corvallis and Dallas are sitting in their locker room saying about the Warriors, this is a team that really can go cold.
That's right.
And they can.
They can. They definitely can. They're going to need some shooters out there tonight. It's something they really haven't had the last few games. So look, they had 37 points against West. Against Dallas, they were able to score 51, but against Silverton, they only scored 40. Woodburn, they got 54. So they're going to need more points tonight. They have to be, I would think, in the mid to high 50s to win this game tonight.
We shall see. The Warriors retired to their bench, and I think we're about ready to get our national anthem tonight as the band that plays on here at Lebanon High School. This is the second of 4 consecutive home games for the Warriors. The first is one that we don't want to talk about, that Tuesday night debacle with West Albany.
Yeah.
Tonight, and then next Tuesday, Crescent Valley comes in, and Crescent Valley's been playing very well.
But the Warriors played them pretty well the first time.
Very tough. It was their best game really in the league up to that point. And then in the fourth quarter, there was a time when they went cold.
That's right.
And the game was lost. And then finally, South next Friday night. That will be the final home game. So if you wish to catch the Warriors this year at home,
that's one to do.
You're not here tonight. It's next Tuesday or next Friday, and then they finish up on the road with a couple of games. We're about to get our national anthem tonight, so we'll take our final timeout. Oh, there's Rob Allen on the PA system.
He snuck in.
Yeah, we didn't see him tonight. We will take our final timeout and we'll return. We should be right around the introduction of players and game time tonight. The Warriors and the Spartans coming up on KGAL Radio.
We'll save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Good, tasty food. That's why Bing's Kitchen has been a lunch and dinner favorite for over 40 years. Choose Chinese or American meals that can satisfy the entire family or a gathering of up to 40 people on the South Santiam Highway in Lebanon. Choose Bing's Kitchen, where the food simply tastes best.
Edward Jones specializes in helping individual investors achieve their personal investment goals. Hello, this is Doug Phillips, your Lebanon Edward Jones financial advisor. Please call me to set up an appointment so I can assist you in selecting investments and services that help meet your goals. Call me at 541-451-4000. Member SIPC.
Need tires? Hi, this is Don from Canega Tire Factory. From lawnmowers to tractors, cars, and trucks, we have what you need. And Canega Tire's ASE certified mechanics can help you with your brakes, shocks, struts, alignment, oil changes, and stuff you won't believe. Even propane for your barbecue and RV. Canega Tire Factory, still at the Y in Lebanon.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Again, they had the school choir singing the national anthem tonight.
That's, I think, 3 in a row, 3 home games in a row.
As we get the introduction of players tonight, the Warriors will be in their home white. Their bench right across from us here, as we're up in the balcony area of Lebanon High School, and the Corvallis in their road blues. Matherin Langley. Langley is 5'10", a senior. We know him from several years.
Yes.
Andrew Laney. They have a Langley and a Laney. That should cause me trouble tonight.
Hopefully not.
6'2", a senior. Also, Henry Rondeau, whom we mentioned, part of those championship teams for a couple of years. Henry at 5'11", senior. There's Marion Clark, 6'3", a senior, a new addition this year from California. And also Dylan Duvall at 6'4", and a senior. He will be the tallest player on the floor tonight for Corvallis. For the Warriors, Josh Alley stands right above the free throw area, the circles, to greet the players who come out. The starters, Jake McConnell. Jake McConnell, a 5'9" senior. Also Ian Smith, 6'5", sophomore, just a sophomore, improving with every game. C.J. Hargis, and that great smile enters the floor.
Yep.
6'1", and a junior. Kendall Leopard, 6'2", the senior, the battler. Lets out kind of a lion call as he gets out there. And Chad Nissen, who is also a sophomore and has been a starter recently, 5'11", a starter. This is the 3rd or 4th game in which he's been a starter. So some youth and the hopes of Warrior years to come.
That's right.
As the Warriors huddle up here just below us, and there is a much better student representation than I thought for a while tonight. For a time here, and it looked like it was going to be pretty empty tonight, but it's not. This side is pretty well filled with the band, and the other side is a good number of people as well, so it should be noisy.
That's good. The Warriors got to provide them, that early excitement to get them in the crowd, get the crowd in the game, though.
Got to keep them in.
You can't let the, Corvallis come in here and score like 8 or 10 in a row to open the game. The Warriors have got to be in this from the start.
Ian Smith will be in the center circle along with Marion Clark. Marion Clark 2 inches shy of even, but he can jump.
Yeah.
And the tap will go to Corvallis.
He can.
Into the backcourt. Corvallis will have the offensive end right below us here, if you know where we stand here at the gym. They try to go backdoor, and it's into the hands of Jake McConnell. McConnell tries to get it down court. It's knocked away by Matherin Langley, but C.J. Hargis comes up with it. And the Warriors, after some contested passes, will be in front court. C.J. Hargis in front of the Corvallis bench. Kendall Leppard playing out on top of the circles. Chad Nissen on the right wing. Chad looking down low, can't find anyone open. They swing it around to the left corner. Kendall Leppard. Jacob McConnell outside. Chad Nissen. The Warriors with basically just a perimeter offense so far, trying to get that ball underneath. They cannot. They have to dish it back outside to Jake McConnell. McConnell will pull up for the first shot of the night. It's a 3. It's a little bit short, maybe just ticked the iron. Just brushed the iron, but goes out of bounds. And that first shot will give the ball to Corvallis. They bring the ball up court for their second possession. A minute gone in the evening and no score. Here's Marion Clark, the ball in his hands for the first time tonight, guarded outside by Kendall Leppard. Duval knocked away by McConnell as Duval tried to pass it to Matherin Langley in front of the Warrior bench. But Jake knocked the pass away out of bounds, and Corvallis will inbound with Matherin Langley. Interesting hairdo, eh?
He's got a lot of it. It's a bit shaggy.
Got the frizz. Here's Henry Rondeau for 3, no 2, a 2-point attempt, and he is fouled. Henry caught that one and let it fly as he was flying, his body carrying him toward the Warrior bench. A strange shot for him to take, really off balance.
Well, I think he was really trying to draw the foul, which he did on Jacob there. Tough break for Jacob.
So McConnell commits the first foul of the night as Henry Rondeau scores the first point of the night, 1-0 Corvallis. Henry Rondeau and Marion Clark, they are two very good players, two very accomplished players. They both can shoot when they are on. And Henry hits both free throws to make it 2-0. Ian Smith will back up the ball and bring the ball inbound. Some pressure from Corvallis in the backcourt. We don't see that too often. C.J. Hargis, double teamed. He needs some help. Gets it though to Kendall Leppard. Kendall will cross in the front court. Marion Clark tries for the steal, can't do it. Kendall Leppard tries to go across right to left to Ian Smith, and instead he throws it out of bounds. Second Warrior turnover. Actually, the first one was on a shot, a missed shot. First turnover. And Matherin Langley will bring the ball up court. You gotta like Matherin for a name.
That's a good name.
They go outside to Clark, and Kendall Leppard reaches in, and he will commit his first foul of the night. Second team foul. What do you suppose his nickname is? Math? M-A-T-H?
Well, if you were to shorten it, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe short, math rather than math?
Math. There you go.
Well, Matherin will inbound it. They get it underneath, and the shot is up and in by Andrew Langley. 4-0. Warriors at a breakdown in defense allowed a good pass right underneath the basket. An easy shot for Langley. Chad Nissen dishes it to McConnell. McConnell runs into trouble, goes back outside to Kendall Leppard, just inside the arc. Kendall will go to the dribble with the right hand against Langley. Turns, tries to put up a shot. Wild underhanded shot, did not have a prayer and was not fouled. Marion Clark all the way down court. Marion, a beautiful move to get by C.J. Hargis, but then he traveled. Looked like he was going to run over C.J. Hargis.
Yeah, he just went right by him.
That was quick.
That was.
C.J. thought he was going to draw the foul. Marion Clark, a quick move to get by him. You don't see that. Most of the time you're going to see players just commit that charge.
Yeah.
But he had great body control. Here's C.J. on the move. C.J. dishes it back outside for Nissen for 3, and the Warriors hit their first 3-point shot.
That's good. That's good for Chad Nissen to hit his first one.
4-3, Corvallis with the lead. But the Warriors break the spell early. Here's Dylan Duval for 2, no good. C.J. Hargis had the position on Langley, gets the rebound. Long down court pass to Ian Smith. Oh, Ian was a little too close to the basket and hit the bottom of the rim. Great pass from C.J. On the move, Clark for 3. No, he'll miss his first shot of the night. Matherin Langley, though, outjumps Nissen and gets it back outside, and Corvallis will set up. Henry Rondeau playing out deep. Hits Dylan Duval. Dylan tries a give and go, can't find anybody underneath. Goes to the dribble. Marion Clark, right side. Down low to Rondeau for three. No good. Rebound, Ian Smith.
Well, they're missing early.
Yes, they are.
But the Warriors haven't exactly been lighting it up either.
And Chad Nissen tries a dangerous pass to C.J. Hargis. Hargis was looking the other way, but I guess he stuck up his hands. It may have just hit him, actually.
Yeah.
He wasn't even looking toward the ball. But it's off his body, and Corvallis will inbound with a 1-point lead, 4-3.
Isaac makes his first appearance in the game tonight.
As Corvallis brings the ball up court, just under 5 minutes, first quarter. Marion Clark cut off by Hargis. Dishes it down low for a shot, no good. Rebound comes to Lebanon as Langley missed the shot. Isaac Johnson with the ball, pulls back, tries to dish it underneath Ian Smith, but threw it right in the hands of Matherin Langley. Behind the back dribble, throws it across court for Henry Rondeau. Rondeau back outside for Langley. Down low. Shot is good by Andrew Laney. 2-point shot. Or was that a three?
That was a three.
It was a three. 7-3. Must have just been, it looked like he may have had his foot on the circle, but he must have just been outside. Here's C.J. Hargis. That was not a good shot either. Kind of a shot that was definitely with a prayer. Yeah. You're not going to make it unless you've really got some help from above. And there'll be a timeout. 30-second timeout. 7-3. 4:06 remaining in the first quarter. 7-3 Corvallis. We'll take 30 seconds here on KGAL.
You'll always get your money's worth where the food is fresh and original at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Roberto and his staff will provide a fun and affordable dining experience. So visit Ixtapa on the corner of Highway 20 and Wheeler Street, where parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet.
The Walmart Superstore is exactly that. One superstore with virtually everything you might have on your shopping list. Everything you need, a great selection, and of course, lower prices always. The Walmart Superstore in Lebanon.
1580 KGAL.
All right, Warriors come back on the floor, and Corvallis also after our first time out of the evening, almost midway through the first quarter. 4:06 remaining as Corvallis will inbound the ball at the far end of the gym right near the entrance. Here at Lebanon High School, they lead 7-3 with the ball. Let's see what they talked about with their timeout. As Matherin Langley for Henry Rondeau. Rondeau to the dribble. Pulls up near the free throw line. Jumper short off the iron, no good. Rebound to the Warriors and Tyler Romeo. Romeo gets it to Ian Smith. Got it through traffic. Ian down low takes it to the basket. And they'll call a foul. I thought maybe Ian took an extra step before he got there.
I thought so too, but I think they're going to get Clark with the foul.
That will be his first and the first foul for Corvallis, and it's in the act of shooting for Ian Smith, so Ian will go to the line.
Well, we say it almost every time, but free throws are going to be big again today.
He hits.
That's good. That's good to see him hit the first one.
Ian Smith, again, just a sophomore, and there is that hope for the future. Hits both. No, in and out. I spoke too soon. Looked like a nice release. Looked like it was on its way, and it was in, but too much spin. But he makes one of two. It's 7-4. 3:44 remaining first quarter as Matherin Langley will bring the ball up court slowly for Corvallis. Marion Clark, guarded by Tyler Romeo, gets a little bit of a screen, drives inside, and Ian Smith. Oh, come on.
Well, you can't call Ian for that.
No, maybe somebody got...
yeah. Now they're getting
Marion on his way to the basket, and it is Tyler Romeo.
Okay, that's good. That I could see, not Ian there.
It wasn't your block where you have to go up way high. He just released that ball from about waist high, and Ian just slapped it down.
I have a feeling that Marion is a good free throw shooter.
He hits the first. On his drive from the left side of the floor into the lane, Tyler Romeo must have gotten a hand in there. He is called for the foul. His first third Warrior foul, one for Corvallis. First free throw good for Marion Clark. 8-4. Corvallis with the 8. Marion Clark dribbles several times, sets and hits again. Pretty. Nice smooth release. 9-4. C.J. Hargis inbounds to Isaac Johnson. Back to Hargis. Guarded by Henry Rondeau. C.J. switches from the right hand to the left hand and brings it in the front court. Bounce pass to Ian Smith. Ian outside for Jake McConnell. McConnell starts to drive. Cut off by Matherin Langley. Now works his way down the paint. Puts it up. Oh, did not get the roll. Isaac Johnson got the rebound. And he threw it into the hands of Henry Rondeau. Rondeau knocks over C.J. Hargis, and Henry will be called for the charge. That time, C.J. did take the charge. Earlier, Marion Clark went around him, but there was no way Rondeau was going to get around him.
Well, no, he tried to go through him, and they called him for a foul, and it was. Usually that's a foul that happens against the Warriors when they drive down low and, do the charge, but that's good. That was the right call.
First foul for Henry and the second team foul for Corvallis. 3 for the Warriors, 3:10 remaining first quarter. Rather low score, 9-4, but Corvallis with the 5-point advantage. Isaac Johnson this time.
Well, the Warriors only have one shot. That three-pointer is the only made basket.
Oh, Isaac tried an alley-oop pass to Ian. Well, actually, it was Tim Maddox. Tim Maddox in the ball game, and it just simply went out of bounds, well over the head of Tim Maddox. Shot up and in by Sterling Miles, who checks into the ball game for Corvallis. Warriors quick down court pass to Isaac Johnson right near the baseline. Was lucky he didn't step out of bounds. He tries to go back outside, intercepted again. Henry Rondeau pulls up for 3, no good. Clark with the rebound, put back, he did not get it. Sterling Miles, and then Tim Maddox blocked the shot, or did he pick up the foul?
Well, boy, it looked like a good block, didn't it, Ray?
Yeah, it did. And we're close, rather close.
That one we had a good vision on.
He's facing us as close about as anybody could be, but he gets called for the foul. And that will send Sterling Miles to the free throw line for a couple.
Right now on offense for the Warriors, they're just too careless with the ball. They already have 6 turnovers, and Isaac has at least two in a row now.
We talked about in the timeout, you just see these little increments. All of a sudden, it's an 8-point lead, 12-4.
That's right.
Starting to get away as Sterling Miles again sets for a second shot after success on the first, and he does not hit. The rebound will come to Kendall Leppard. 2:35 remaining. Warriors need to do something offensively.
They got to hit some shots. You can't win if you don't score.
One shot from the field. 1 3-point shot. That's been it. Here's Colson Shanks in the ballgame. Goes down low to Tyler Romeo to the basket, put it up and in.
Boy, see, it's easy, isn't it?
Tyler certainly had the opening.
Yes, he did.
He hooked it off the glass. 12-6. With the ball, Marion Clark drives to the basket, puts a shot up, it won't go.
There was nobody there, he just missed it.
Warriors with the rebound. Here's Colson Shanks to C.J. Hargis playing right out top. And underneath, Leppard is open and he puts it up and in, and he is fouled.
Well, that's 2 times in a row that Corvallis has missed an assignment on defense, and a wide open Warriors taking advantage.
Tyler Romeo was wide open to receive that last pass. That was in the paint. He had to take a dribble to the basket, but there was no one in front of him. Kendall Leppard was wide open under the basket. All he had to do was turn.
And that's on Marion. That's his second foul on Marion Clark.
So things suddenly go the Warriors' way. Back-to-back baskets. They cut the 8-point deficit to 4, 12-8, and Kendall Leppard will try to make it a 3-point possession, and 2 fouls on Marion Clark, who goes to the bench.
And we talk about it so often how the Warriors don't take good high percentage shots. Well, they've just had 2 in the paint that were very high percentage.
Free throw is missed, and Corvallis gets the rebound. Matherin Langley quickly into front court, tries to a bounce pass, and did he throw it out of bounds? He did. No Warrior touched it. As he tried to get it to Dylan Duval. Not a good pass from Matherin, so the Warriors can get even closer here. 1:46 to go. They were down by 8. It's 12-8 now. C.J. Hargis stops the dribble, dishes across to Chad Nissen. Chad on the left wing in front of the Corvallis bench to Kendall Leppard. Starts the drive, almost loses it, gets it back, and a bounce pass to C.J. Hargis now in front of the Corvallis bench. C.J. with the right hand, pulls up the dribble, tries, he fires a pass to Kendall Leppard. The Warriors, that's about the 3rd pass that's just a little too hard and too high. Fired right out of bounds, no chance to get it.
Well, CJ was one of the quarterbacks on the football team. He's just had a little bit too much on that. He needed to loft it in there a little bit more.
Slowly, Corvallis will bring the ball up court here. Matherin Langley dishes it to Duval. Duval thought about a 2-point shot just inside the arc, did not take it. Cole Garrett in the ball game. Langley down low to Duval, tries to turn as it knocked away, dishes it back outside to Langley. Quentin Kyle also off the bench for Corvallis. Quentin Kyle starts the dribble, throws it across to Sterling Miles, and they go underneath, wide open. The shot missed, the tip up and in by Dylan Duval. The shot was missed by Cole Garrett. He missed an easy shot, but Duvall got an easy rebound and put it in, 14-8. And at the other end, crashing to the floor is Jake McConnell, and he will be fouled. Let's see who tripped him on his way to the basket.
Well, again, that's another second chance bucket that Corvallis has had. Sterling
Miles.
You talked about it in the pregame show. You have to limit the second chances. That's at least 2 to 3 buckets already that Corvallis has had on the second chance.
Colson Shanks inbounds pass to Kendall Leopard and another easy basket. 14-10. That's 3 easy layups.
Yes, it is.
Here's a shot for 3. No good. Let's see if they call it a 3.
Oh, it was definitely a 3. And you know, something I've noticed from Henry is he likes to stay in the air a while, leaves his body vulnerable for a hit, so the Warriors have got to do a better job. Make sure they don't get too close to him when he's up in the air like that, because that's 2 fouls now where he's been in the air.
Tyler Romeo fouled him. That's his second and the 5th Warrior foul now. Corvallis with 4.
And so he'll get 3 free throws.
Henry Rondeau for 3. He hits the first.
And he's a pretty good free throw shooter.
15-10. A reminder from Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness, open 7 days a week. 24 hours a day. Look for Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness on Sherman Street in Lebanon. Anytime you wish to work out, they're open for you. Second free throw good. He hits both. The complete fitness experience at Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness, and a third to come for Henry Rondeau.
And this is really a killer for the Warriors.
They had cut the lead to 4, but he's hit a couple to extend it to 6. It could be 7. He's been perfect on the first 2, and this one looks good, and it is.
It's just an absolute killer.
17-10. They fouled him in 3-point land. He hit all 3. 17-10. 28 seconds remaining. Chad Nissen, the whistle blows. And let's see who gets called here for a slap on the wrists. That will be the 15 foul on Corvallis. Will be even at 5 fouls apiece. Let's see who picks it up. Quentin Kyle picks up his first. Warriors will inbound with 26 seconds to go. Colson Shanks looking for an opening. Bounces it into Kendall Leopard. Kendall down low. Drives the baseline. Puts a shot off the glass. Oh, missed it. No good. Rebound. Duvall knocked it back into the hands of Leopard, who feeds it to Ian Smith. His hook shot no good. Leopard battles for the rebound. Smashes to the floor. Slaps both hands on the floor.
Turn it over.
Frustration because he couldn't hang on to it, but he made a heck of an effort. They'll have to, both the official and Quentin Kyle are using their shoes to try to dry the perspiration that went flying from Kendall when he hit the floor flat out. He is tough under the basket. I mean, that was in a crowd, a little banging under there. 17-10, but Corvallis with the ball. Matherin Langley to the basket, tries a scoop layup that won't go, well short, an air ball, rebounded by the Warriors. Jake McConnell wants to run, puts up a floater at the buzzer, no good. Actually, the floater was a floating jump shot from perhaps, I don't know whether they would have given him the 3-point attempt or not, but off the glass, no good. And the Warriors trailed by 7 at the end of 1. 17-10, Corvallis. After 1 period tonight at Lebanon High School, we'll take our timeout at 1580 KGAL.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
Has your stove lost its heat? Is your fridge or freezer no longer cold? Does your washer leave soap in your clothes, or has your dryer stopped tumbling? Then who you gonna call? Like New Appliance at 259-1131, of course. Like New Appliance, where every appliance shines like new.
Lynn Lane's in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
The place to bowl is Lynn Lane's Bowling Center on South Main Road in Lebanon. And the people are real nice. And the Head Pin Restaurant, I'd go there even if the bowling alley wasn't attached.
Good family fun. Bowling.
KGAL.
Well, all right then, let's see how the second quarter goes tonight. Corvallis with a 7-point advantage. They had an 8-point advantage, the biggest lead of the first quarter. Warriors cut it to 4, but then Henry Rondeau fouled on a 3-point shot attempt and made all 3 free throws, and that's why it stands at 17-10. Warriors with possession to start the second quarter. Colson Shanks Tries to dish it down low for Ian Smith. Knocked away by Dylan DeVaul, and Corvallis gets it on the turnover. Mather and Langley on the right wing. Goes across court to Rondeau. Rondeau starts a drive. And they're going to call Colson Shanks as he got a foot out, and Mather and Langley went flying to the floor here at Lebanon. Again, they wipe up some perspiration.
You know, for all the good things the Warriors did, they're still down 7 after a quarter. They still got to make more shots in the quarter. They had a little bit of a stretch there where they hit those back-to-back buckets, but they're playing pretty good defense. The problem right now is they just cannot seem to get the ball in the bucket.
Henry Rondeau takes the inbound pass. The ball in and out. No good. That basket has not been kind to Corvallis.
No.
Warriors with the ball. Jake McConnell. McConnell starts the drive, puts up the layup and got it to go. Nice shot.
It was.
He drove from the left wing and put an underhanded layup in from just inside the free throw line, and he got it to go. 17-12, foul at the other end, and Henry Rondeau is going to go back to the line, and that may not be good.
Well, that's normally 2 points for Corvallis. That's an easy 2. He's 5 of 5 at tonight.
The foul goes to Ian Smith, his first, and that will be the 7th foul on the Warriors.
Well, that's not something that Corvallis needs. They're 8 of 9 at the line right now. We don't need to send them there for free points.
Henry was fouled in the act of shooting, so he has 2 anyway, and he hits the first. He has made 4 free throws in succession, and those are the last 4 points for Corvallis. And the reason they still have a 6-point advantage, they could get it back to 7 again. As Henry sets, and nice release, hits it.
Free throw line is killing the Warriors right now. 10 of 11 for Corvallis at the line.
And 5 in a row for Henry Rondeau, the last 5 points. Lead back to 7, 19-12. Warriors with the ball. Jake McConnell starts to drive down low in the baseline, double team. Dishes it back out for Kendall Leppard. Leppard, cross, and in the game, Marion Clark knocked that ball away. If he'd been able to keep it in bounds and get control, he would have had an easy breakaway, but it goes out of bounds by the scorer's table, right by Rob Allen over there. And Corvallis, with the turnover, knocked off the hands of Clark. The Warriors with the ball once again as Chad Nissen takes the inbounds pass, tries to bounce it to Isaac Johnson, gets it to Johnson. Johnson along the baseline, left corner, tries to get by Rondeau. Instead, a cross-court pass for Leppard. He starts to drive. Leppard to the basket, puts up a wild shot, but he got it to go off the glass.
That was the definition of wild there, wasn't it? Wow.
Corvallis down low. Beautiful pass from Langley to Laney. And Andrew Laney hits the shot. Corvallis almost steals the ball somehow. After several hands touch it, Jake McConnell got it back. Down low to Smith. Smith, triple team. Dishes back outside for McConnell. McConnell starts to drive.
Well,
and there's a battle down low, and Ian Smith may pick up a foul here. It will be his second.
3 seconds.
Oh, 3 seconds?
I'm surprised they didn't call it earlier. He was down there before he received the ball, and then after he passed it away, he was still down there. So he was there for a while. I got no problem with that call.
No. There was some battling going on as they were trying to get position underneath. As there always is in these games.
Yeah.
These games can be tough. Corvallis with the ball. Mather and Langley dishes it back outside for Rondeau for 3. No good. Tim Maddox. The ball comes off hard to Tim. Tim with the rebound. Here's Jake McConnell, left side. He'll try for 3. Sky air ball. Not a good shot to take.
No.
The shot was contested, and he really had to put an arc on it. It was well short of the basket. Mather and Langley, or rather, Marion Clark got the rebound. Far side, Henry Rondeau gets a little bit of a screen, starts to drive, will put up a jumper, and he can't get it to go. Dylan Duval got the rebound, and Jake McConnell stole it from him. And Jake McConnell into front court and knocks down.
What?
He knocks down Mather and Langley.
Was he set, Ray? I was writing something down here.
I think so.
Okay. You just don't see many, charges that far away. So, okay. Turnover for the Warriors.
And Corvallis will inbound. 5:41 remaining in the second quarter. A game like this really can be physical because they're well matched.
Yeah.
They're not the most finesse-filled teams in the world.
This is true.
So you're going to get a lot of banging, a lot of bumping. Here's Henry Rondeau with the ball. There's Josh Alley hitting the floor. Rondeau pulls up for 3, and he's got this one. 24-14.
Yeah, starting to get away from the Warriors here.
So he's hit 8 points for them, 5 free throws in that three-pointer. 8 of their last 10 points. Here's Tim Maddox, managed to keep the ball on a wild possession for the Warriors. Isaac Johnson, left corner. He starts to drive to the basket, off the glass, up and in. Nice job. Escaped his defender right near the Corvallis bench, drove the baseline and put it in. 24-16, so the lead is 8. Timeout. We'll take 30 seconds here. Timeout for the Corvallis. 24-16. Corvallis with the lead on KGAL.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda Superstore.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
We're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E Tangent.
1580 KGAL.
Well, welcome back. 24-16. Corvallis with the lead. 4:59 to go in the second quarter of action.
Oh, that's you speaking.
That's me. We were back. I don't know what you were doing.
All right, then. Watching the timeout.
That's right. Oh, look at this kid down there with the bodysuit.
Wow. He's a Lebanon kind of a Lebanon mascot. He's got the blue mask on, but that almost looks like Corvallis because they're wearing the blue, except that he has the red uniform.
That's true. Yeah.
All right, 24-16, Corvallis with the lead. 4:58 remaining in the second quarter tonight at 11 High School. After the timeout, Corvallis with the ball. Laney. Outside for Cole Garrett. Garrett looking for some help. Passes it to Marion Clark. He's been quiet so far. Starts the drive. Cut off by C.J. Hargis and Kendall Leopard. Double teamed him. Back outside to Garrett. Garrett right side to Mather and Langley. Spins on Josh Alley. Dishes it to Laney. Andrew Laney in and out. No good. Can't say the basket was unkind that time. It was too flat a shot, but we've seen all kinds of shots look like they're dropping down and coming back out on Corvallis.
Yeah.
Here's Isaac Johnson starts to drive to the basket. Off the glass, no good. The rebound tip from Laney to Langley. Langley across for Garrett for three. No, off the iron. Rebound, Marion Clark. Marion Clark is fouled, puts up a shot, no good. Marion Clark will go to the free throw line. With his team up by 8, that matches their largest lead, which they had at one point in the second quarter. Warriors cut it to 4. Then they fouled Henry Rondeau on a three-point shot. He made all 3. The lead was 7 at the end of the quarter. And with his team up by 8, Marion Clark will go to the line, and he is a good shooter. Little Caesars Pizza. Friday night, how about a pizza? Hot and ready $5 pizza at Little Caesars. Shot is good. Right near the River Center, you can't miss them. It's the new and the only Little Caesars in Lebanon. That $5 pizza is hot and ready for you right now at Little Caesars in Lebanon.
Boy, if the Warriors could be, not fouling so much, they'd be right in this game. 11 of 12 at the line. Here comes the 13th attempt. 12 of 13 for Corvallis. That's where the lead is right now. It's 10 points. They've outscored them by more than 10 at the line.
9 fouls on the Warriors right now, just 5 on Corvallis. So Corvallis, the way they're shooting, they're going to be in the double bonus soon too also. Here's Tyler Romeo, loses the ball, and it's picked up by Andrew Laney. Down court for Langley. Langley across court for Clark. Clark driving on Tyler Romeo, spins, cannot get the shot. Tyler did a nice job of staying with him. Cole Garrett on the outside for Laney. Laney looking for somebody on the give and go. Almost loses the handle, but Marion Clark has it just below us. Guarded again by Romeo. Go inside to Dylan Duvall, puts up a shot, and he will be fouled by Isaac Johnson.
And 2 more free throws.
2 more free throws coming. The shot no good. Isaac altered the shot. Probably a necessary one there unless he could get the block. Otherwise, it would have been an easy layup. Dylan Duvall will go to the line. First time tonight for him.
Yes.
So we don't know how he will do. Let's see. He may break the spell here. Let's see. No.
I'm going to guess that Corvallis is just a good free throw shooting team.
27-16, the 11-point lead now, the largest of the game for Corvallis. And that lead because of the fact that the Warriors have committed 10 fouls, although it made no difference here. It was a shooting foul. But they will be in the double bonus after this, and he hits both. 28-16. They've only missed a single free throw in the night. How many now? 12 or 13?
14 of 15.
14. Isaac Johnson missed the shot. Ball tipped by several players and finally goes out of bounds. And it will belong to Corvallis. Ian Smith was over there. Perhaps he touched it last, but a host of players. And they're going to call a foul.
Yeah, foul on Ian. And it's really unfortunate because the Warriors would be right in this game if it wasn't for all these fouls and free throws that Corvallis is getting. Because Corvallis has only made 5 shots from the field. Everything else has been from the free throw line.
So Ian, trying to grab that ball and save it from going out of bounds and save the possession, commits the foul, and Mather and Langley.
Well, that's not who you want there.
Their point guard will go to the line, and he misses.
All right, there we go.
We put the hex on them now.
We did.
Mather and Langley misses only the second shot of the night, 14 of 16. The lead is 12, and that was the 10th foul. That's why he's shooting 2. They're in the double bonus.
If you're wondering, the Warriors are 1 of 3 at the line, so you do the math.
He hits the... They wiped it off. I guess he stepped over the line. I saw the officials say no, he must have stepped. He stepped over the line at the free throw line.
Lane violation, they said.
Lane violation?
Yeah. So if he would have stepped
Rob
over
said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Here's C.J. Hargis, guarded carefully by Cole Garrett. He cannot get a drive to the basket. Dishes it to Nissen. Isaac Johnson will try to drive. He turns, spins it back to Nissen for 3. They got a hit off the glass, almost got a break there. Johnson with the rebound to the basket, puts it up and in. Good job, a real battle.
Yeah. Crashed
the boards, got the rebound, and then drove past the defender to put up the layup. 18 to 28, Warriors down by 10. The Warriors with the 18. Here's Cole Garrett. Garrett bounce pass. C.J. Hargis all over Laney, no call, no intention of being on him. Outside for Clark for 2, and he hits 30.
They didn't foul him. If anything, that would have been an offensive foul. He was elbowing into C.J. there.
Maybe so.
I don't think, that was a good no call.
He was down low.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was bent so low. I guess he was trying to steal the ball.
I don't know.
Here's Isaac Johnson for 2. Nope. Marion Clark with the rebound. The lead is 12, and Corvallis with the ball. Mather and Langley down low. Let's see who's got it there. Laney. And they'll call a double dribble on Andrew Laney. Close to the Laney.
Yeah.
The painty.
Oh, there you go.
Just outside, he double dribbles, and the Warriors will get the ball back. 2:17 to go, second quarter, down by 12. And again, as we said earlier, just you see these things just start to get away. The lead just keeps building a little bit.
They definitely got to have a run here the last 2 minutes of the half. Cut this thing into single digits.
Isaac has the ball knocked away from behind by Mather and Langley into the hands of Rondeau. Rondeau to the basket, puts it up, no good, missed the layup. Kendall Leopard got it. Kendall Leopard with the rebound, quickly to the other end. Now the race is on. Here's Jake McConnell. McConnell now slows it down, comes back outside for Chad Nissen. Swings it across Isaac Johnson. Isaac starts to drive on the baseline, doing a nice job off the glass, no good. Got his own rebound and put it up and in.
He just wanted to pad his rebound total there.
You know, he's done a good job of not quitting tonight. I mean, he just keeps playing. He's charged the board a couple of times, and that time he went right back up. Just bounced up again and got the rebound and simply pushed it back off. Didn't even grab the ball, just tipped it back into the basket. 30 to 20, and he's also done a nice job of driving that baseline and body control to get the shot off underneath.
Yeah.
30-20, Warriors down by 10. Timeout, as we'll keep it here with 1 minute and 40 seconds to go in the second quarter. R.J. Armstrong and Associates, masters of underground and excavation work. All right, call it.
You want them to get involved. Come on, Ray, you can't have it both ways.
R.J. Armstrong and Associates, masters of underground and excavation work for individuals or commercial business. Call them at 451-4286. You're not going to remember the number, remember the name. R.J. Armstrong and Associates. Here's Dylan Duvall for 3. Oh my, he hit it 30.
Yeah, they say it was 2.
I guess he had his...
I couldn't see, the fans were in the way.
The tips of his shoes
it was
right
close. I would think a foot either way.
Right on the paint. 32-20. C.J. Hargis tries to get the ball down low to Tyler Romeo, and it is knocked out of bounds. It must have gone off Tyler's hands, and Corvallis will get it up by 12.
Well, this is not what I was talking about with the Warriors making a run before the half here.
Well, they're running back to the other end to play defense.
That's true, I guess.
1:10 to go. Cole Garrett swings it into the corner for Andrew Laney. Back outside for Langley, and it's too high for Matherin, who is not the tallest point guard in the world, off his hands. Heck of an effort to try to leap for that ball, but he couldn't get it.
Yeah.
And the turnover will give the ball to the Warriors a chance maybe to cut into this 12-point lead with under a minute to go in the first half. C.J. Hargis, right-hand dribble. Not contested by Henry Rondeau. Gets a little of a screen. Now goes inside the three-point circle and bounce pass to Chad Nissen. Nissen, hounded, bounce pass. Oh, wound up to Tyler Romeo. Was trying to pass it to Jake McConnell. It wound up in the hands of Romeo, but he throws it out of bounds, and the turnover is complete anyway. Good fortune. Tyler Romeo wanted to bounce his pass behind him to Jake McConnell. He missed, but it went to Tyler Romeo, who tried to go down low, and he threw it away.
That was just a bad possession, really. There was a lot of bad passes, and unfortunately, Romeo got the one bad pass and then threw another one out of bounds.
36 seconds to go, and Corvallis with the ball. They'll swing it down in front of the Warrior bench. Dylan Duvall back to Sterling Miles, back to Duvall, and Matherin Langley outside, guarded by Chad Nissen. Hangs onto it, now goes to the dribble.
Looks like they're playing for one here.
Backs up near the scorer's table, starts a drive. Duvall, no, Henry Rondeau, back outside to Matherin, 11 seconds left. They go inside, Sterling Miles, shot no good, and the rebound to Isaac Johnson. 5 seconds, 4, 3, Johnson on the dribble, will dish it to Hargis, last shot, air ball, no good. That would have been a very long three, short and off the mark. And after 2, the Warriors trailed by 12. They were down 7 at the end of 1 at halftime. 32-20, Corvallis with the lead, and we will be back at a noisy Lebanon High School for halftime in a moment.
Serving the Mid-Valley for 37 years with collision, mechanical, glass, and RV repair, Pacific Auto Services is now Stavros Auto Services. Same people, same commitment to excellence. You've got their name on it. Call Stavros Auto Services at 541-926-7248.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank. Service like no other. We promise. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
1580 KGAL.
Well, that was rather interesting. At the end of the first half, they sent the Lebanon High School drum corps out for what for us was mercifully a very short session.
Yeah.
We're at halftime tonight here at Lebanon, and Corvallis with the lead, 32-20. They won the first meeting between the two teams, as at one point they had a 22-point lead, and they won it by 14 in the end. Final score is 53-39. The lead is 12 here at the half tonight, 32-20. The main damage done from the free throw line, as Corvallis even got into the double bonus, although they only had really one shot with the double bonus, but they made all of their free throws, and the Warriors committed a number of those fouls, sending Corvallis to the line, a number of fouls in the act of shooting, including a three-point foul against Henry Rondeau as he was shooting from the three-point territory and made all 3 shots. In fact, at one point he scored 5 points in a row from Corvallis, all from the free throw line. Corvallis, I think, had one more basket, and then Henry Rondeau hit a 3. He did the most damage of the first half for Corvallis. Well, the students are lining up again for attempts for the free soda. Didn't they used to shoot from the half court?
I think it's always been a 3-point.
Has it been 3 points?
I think so.
For some reason, I thought it was half court where they had the soda stash. It is now a 3-point attempt. I thought maybe they weren't giving away enough soda. Maybe you're right.
Maybe that's it, you know. I don't know.
Well, nobody's hitting the threes so far. The soda's...
Oh, hey, there's one.
There's one. The young man, what is That's not money that he's being handed, is it? What is it?
I don't know.
What is that? It looks like dollar bills. What is that? What's going on out there?
Well, you got to pay to do it. I think it's $1 for 2 shots or something.
Oh, I see.
So that must be what they're getting the money.
All right.
Then he's shooting, and then maybe.
Well, that's an expensive soda in that case, but he got his soda.
That's right.
32-20 at the half. Scott is still putting together the stats for the first half. The critical thing is to count up the free throws and the number made for Corvallis. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back. We'll give you those first half statistics in just a moment. 32-20, Corvallis on top at the half tonight, Lebanon High School.
Albany Burgerville is now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese on a toasted hoagie roll and the chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
Taking a detour down a gravel road isn't fun for you or your tires. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, all of our car or pickup tires come with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
Lassen RV in Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Halftime tonight at Lebanon High School. I'm Radio Ray along with Scott Landgren. Corvallis has the better of things for the first half, leading 32-20. A reminder from the Lebanon High School Booster Club, we are really getting into the busy time of the year right now. It's not that long anymore to graduation, and they need all the assists that they can get, as many people as they can have in the Booster Club to help out with the many functions in which they assist. Call the high school for information on becoming a member of the Lebanon High School Booster Club. We've asked you so many times if you would become a member. If you have any time at all, please do so. Call the Lebanon High School, LHS Booster Club. Well, as the band is playing, I don't know if we can hear the stats, but maybe we don't want to anyway. Another half.
Well,
Warriors were outdone.
Basically, the two biggest stats you have to know right now are turnovers and free throws. So I'll tell those last. So hopefully the band won't be playing when I say those. Let's see here. It was 17, 29, 28 rebounds for Corvallis in the first half to only 18 for the Warriors. So they're getting out rebounded by more than we thought they would in that first half. Laney has 7 points for Corvallis, 10 points for Rondeau. He's their leading scorer. He's 7 of 7 at the line, 6 for Marion Clark and Dylan Duvall, 3 points for Myers also for them. For the Warriors, leading scorer is Isaac Johnson and Kendall Leopard, each with 6. 3 points for Chad Nissen, the only 3 of the night. 2 for Tyler Romeo and Jacob McConnell. 1 for Ian Smith. Now, free throws, the biggest part of the game right now. The Warriors are 1 of 3 at the line. Corvallis is 14 of 17. So they are plus 13 in free throws made, and they're up by 12.
This would tell me that that has given them the lead here in the game.
It certainly would. And, really, Corvallis hasn't shot the ball all that well. They're kind of in one of their slumps right now. The problem is the Warriors are committing too many fouls and turning the ball over too much. 16 first-half turnovers for the Warriors. Let me see, only 7 for Corvallis. So they're not turning the ball over, the Warriors are, and the Warriors are fouling them too many times, and Corvallis is making almost all of their free throws. That's really the difference in the ball game. I did get an update. West Albany is up 40-18 at the half. Wow. Chad Sherwood has 23 points in the first half.
Oh, Chad Sherwood, who hit, was it 6 of 7 the other night on 3-pointers?
Yes.
And he missed his 6th one. He made his first 5, missed his 6th one, and then got angry and hit a long 3-pointer. He hit 6 of 7. But the next night, there was a young woman from West Albany, Kaya, I'm not sure if that's the pronunciation, Kya Duvall. She went 7 for 7 for West Albany as West beat Lebanon 63-43 in the girls basketball game. So she did Chad one better the next night.
She did. Well, that West Albany girls basketball team is pretty good.
But Chad Sherwood on fire tonight for West. That's a battle for second place. Looks like West will definitely move into a tie for second with Crescent Valley.
Yeah, I think so.
All the stats that you talked about, those fouls and the rebounds, those are situations that could be changed in the second half.
That's right.
They depend on the bounce of the ball a little bit.
Right, and the Warriors start with no fouls. Both teams start with no fouls in the second half, so if the Warriors can do a better job, not foul as much, not send Corvallis to the line, take care of the ball, which they normally have been in the second half. They've been much better taking care of the ball. Corvallis is not shooting the ball lights out. Neither are the Warriors, but Corvallis is really struggling right now. So this could be a game in the second half, but the Warriors got to make some shots, not turn the ball over, and not foul as much.
Are you sure they start the half with no fouls? When you look up at the clock, it seems like they have 6 or 7.
Somehow.
Let's watch the score clock and make sure that's the case.
Okay.
We'll take a timeout, our final timeout before we get to the second half tonight. Corvallis by 12, 32-20. Warrior basketball continues at 1580 KGAL Radio.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Good, tasty food. That's why Bing's Kitchen has been a lunch and dinner favorite for over 40 years. Choose Chinese or American meals that can satisfy the entire family or a gathering of up to 40 people on the South Santiam Highway in Lebanon. Choose Bing's Kitchen, where the food simply tastes best.
Doug Phillips, financial advisor with Edward Jones, is proud to sponsor Lebanon Warrior Sports on KGAL. Doug Phillips' Edward Jones office is on the corner of South Main and Walker, near the post office in Lebanon. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Need tires? Hi, this is Don from Kenega Tire Factory. From lawnmowers to tractors, cars, and trucks, we have what you need. And Kenega Tire's ASE certified mechanics can help you with your brakes, shocks, struts, alignment, oil changes, and stuff you won't believe. Even propane for your barbecue and RV. Kenega Tire Factory, still at the Y in Lebanon.
KGAL.
All right, just in time, back for the second half tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brady Ray along with Scott Landman. First shot of the second half, taken by Madeline Langley. It's a miss, and Andrew Laney tried to get the rebound. I thought he touched it last, but they say somebody got in front of him.
Well, first I thought he went over the back of Ian Smith, and then I thought he touched it. I don't think Ian ever touched that ball.
C.J. Hargis was not particularly happy with the call, but Corvallis keeps the ball. Laney for Langley. Langley for 2, no good. So Laney had 7 points in the first half. I'm surprised. I didn't think he had that many.
He did.
Here's Jake McConnell. A good breakaway. Oh, and he missed the layup. Tipped up by the Warriors. No good in the rebound. Comes to Dylan Duvall.
Well, not a good start.
Henry Rondeau for Langley. Langley down along the baseline. Back outside for Laney, who misses a three-pointer. Rebounded Dylan Duvall, and he's smashed to the ground by Jake McConnell, I think. Ian Smith was also there, but I think Jake may pick up his first foul. We would hope. Ian already has a couple. It should be.
It's on Corvallis.
Oh, it's on Corvallis.
Marion Clark.
Marion Clark gets the foul.
Well, he kind of had that, oh no, not me face, but I
the one I saw hit the floor was the Corvallis player who got banged, but the foul goes on Marion Clark, his third, and that's the first foul of the half, his third foul. That's good for the Warriors. Marion Clark is a good player. He remains in the game. C.J. Hargis, bounce pass. Ian Smith drives to the basket, wasting no time. Nice job.
They got to get Ian Smith into the game in the second half. He only has 3 points right now.
Here's Clark, pulls up for 2. He can't get it. Boy, the ball has come out on Corvallis more times tonight. Now they're shooting at the other end. That's the far end from us, the end near the entrance to the gym. Corvallis got their own rebound. Rondeau drives to the basket. His shot partially blocked and maybe foul. Let's see where the call will go.
That was a very late call, Ray. A very late call. And well, look at this. First foul, 2 more free throws already for Clark.
That one will be on Chad missing his first, and we're even at a foul apiece. But Henry Rondeau at the line, he's been perfect tonight. Is it 5, 6 of 6, or did he have another? Did he have any other attempts?
3 for 5, 6. He is now 8 of 8.
8. So he did have a couple more.
Yes.
I remember the 5 in a row that he had. And he is 9 for 9, and the lead is 12 at 34-22. A minute gone in the third quarter. Warriors need to make a little run here. C.J. Hargis has the ball. C.J. It's a screen from McConnell. Cut off by Mather Langley. Goes underneath Ian Smith. He's all alone. Puts it up and in.
Well, he did a good job of getting away from Clark there, who does have to be kind of careful with those 3 fouls.
Nice spin as he lost Clark and then had an easy layup. 34-24. Here's Clark with the ball. Clark for Andrew Laney. Cross court from Mather and Langley. Dylan Duvall gets McConnell. McConnell in the air. Comes, drives, puts it up, no good. The rebound, Ian Smith knocked away by Clark.
I don't know how you
no foul, and it's out of bounds.
And there could have been 2 fouls called on Corvallis there.
Timeout, 30-second timeout. Quickly in this quarter, 6:19 remaining in the third quarter. Lead is 10 for Corvallis, 34-24. We'll be back at KGAL.
You'll always get your money's worth where the food is fresh and original at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Roberto and his staff will provide a fun and affordable dining experience. So visit Ixtapa on the corner of Highway 20 and Wheeler Street, where parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet.
Walmart is your local discount savings store. If you shop regularly at Walmart, you'll save hundreds, even thousands of dollars annually, because Walmart takes pride in being your local discount savings store. In addition, Walmart takes pride in being a part of the Lebanon community.
KGAL.
6:19 remaining third quarter tonight. Corvallis with the lead, 34-24, as they come back on the floor for the Warriors. Kendall Leopard, Ian Smith, Chad Nissen, Isaac Johnson, and Jake McConnell. As Chad Nissen takes the inbounds pass, and he will bring it up as the point guard now, as C.J. Hargis sits for a time. Here's Kendall Leopard right below us and right in front of the standing student section here. Starts a drive, dishes it back to Jake McConnell. McConnell cross court.
That'd be a big shot.
Tries for the 3. No, it won't go. Chad can't hit that one. Mather and Langley quickly down court. Bounce force to Marion Clark. He lost the handle. Should have had an easy layup. Lost it. Warriors get it. Nissen for Isaac Johnson. Off his hands, but he retrieves it before it goes out of bounds. Back to Chad. Chad starts a drive on Marion Clark. Now backs up. Right near the center circle. Ian Smith near the free throw line. Ian tries to spin. Lost it behind him, but bounced off the Corvallis body and back to him. And he dishes to Jake McConnell. Warriors were lucky to maintain possession on that.
Very.
Jake McConnell for Isaac Johnson in front of his benches. He starts a drive against Langley. Langley knocks it away from him, and it goes into the hands of Henry Rondeau. Nice steal. Nice tip by Mather and Langley. Mather will bring it up court, guarded by Jake McConnell. And banging on the floor, Andrew Laney hits the floor down there. He hit his elbow. He hurt his elbow. See if Ian Smith assists him, but I couldn't guarantee that Ian...
It was either him or Isaac.
Knocked him to the floor.
They were both down there.
Soon find out. It sounds like Ian Smith. No, it's Isaac.
Yeah.
I thought I heard Rob say Isaac Johnson. Ian Smith.
He did say Isaac Johnson.
So I thought I heard him say Ian Smith.
Okay.
Third foul on Isaac. Corvallis will inbound the ball here. And they throw it away as Marion Clark tries to dish it to Henry Rondeau. Henry was going in the opposite direction than the ball.
3 straight times that Corvallis has turned it over, and the Warriors have come down and done nothing with it. They got to get this under 10 here. Need a basket.
Isaac Johnson into front court, guarded by Henry Rondeau. Goes to the right-hand dribble, spins, dishes it underhand to McConnell. Drives to the basket, hit the side of the basket, and the rebound came to Dylan Duvall. Mather and Langley quickly down court for Rondeau. Rondeau can't lose his man. Back to Duvall and back to Langley, and now they'll slow it down a little bit, guarded by Jake McConnell. Left side for Henry Rondeau. Gets a little bit of a screen, starts a drive, pulls up at the free throw line, jump shot won't go. Ball comes back to him, he tries for 3, won't go. The rebound, Marion Clark battling for it, Isaac Johnson.
Boy, the Warriors just cannot get a rebound right now.
Isaac could be picking up his 4th foul.
I think so.
He was in the battle.
I think so.
And it is number 13. That's his 4th, so a couple in a row, and Isaac will have to sit for a spell, and Tyler Romeo will come in.
That's pretty much a double whammy. That was another foul on Isaac, and that's a 3rd chance opportunity for Corvallis here.
Marion Clark takes the inbounds pass, guarded by Kendall Leopard. Tries for the steal, can't get it. Mather and Langley will bring it out right near the center circle. Left side for Rondeau, tries one underneath. Ian Smith tips it right to McConnell. McConnell, it's a race. McConnell to the basket, puts it up, and no good. Rebound battle, knocked out of bounds, and it will belong to Corvallis.
It's not a good night. The Warriors are just not getting the rolls right now on the rim.
But it's still only 10 points.
But it feels like it's 20 to me. I don't know. I just got it doesn't feel like it's only 10.
But it's doable with just a little bit of a run.
It is doable, but it's been 10 for a while, and the Warriors just can't seem to get it going right now.
Mather and Langley will take the inbounds pass. Some mild pressure from Jake McConnell, but he brings it into front court. Cole Garrett with the ball. Cole to the dribble, left hand. And moves to the left side, tries a bounce pass. Lucky he got it to Mather and Langley. Back to Duvall. Clark for three. No. But the rebound comes to Langley. He puts a little sort of three-quarter underhand hook. Got it to go 36-24. Nice shot.
Yeah, that's part of the thing I'm talking about here. The Warriors, they're getting out-rebounded 7-2 in the quarter. They just can't get a rebound right now to save their lives.
Some of it's good fortune, like that one was coming back. Almost a steal by Corvallis, but catching up in the back court and going to the floor battling for it is Tyler Romeo. And it will belong to the Warriors. Corvallis almost got a breakaway steal by Langley. C.J. Hargis will inbound, obscured by the students who stand here throughout the game.
Marion Clark picks up his fourth.
Whoa. And Marion has departed the premises, at least the court, as he will sit down. Marion is going to have a very quiet night for Corvallis, and still they have the 12-point advantage. And now the Warriors, did they not throw it away? It looked like, well, I guess Andrew Laney must have reached in and touched it. It's hard to see from here. It didn't look like he had done so, but it's Corvallis ball. C.J. Hargis right in front of their bench, right across from us here, as the Warriors' offensive end is just below us in this half. Kendall Leopard starts to drive, puts up a shot. I've said there have been some wild shots. That one was wild. He really just threw that one up and it went over the backboard.
That one had no chance of going in, really. I mean, you talked about a prayer earlier in the game. That one was a prayer right there.
You have to handle it. I mean, he battles. And
he does.
He's a football player, and he's a strong young man, but not what you would truly call the finesse under the basket. Here's a three-point shot by Corvallis. No good. Rebound, though, came to Sterling Miles. He missed an easy layup, and Ian Smith got the rebound. C.J. Hargis back in the ballgame. C.J. stopped by Cole Garrett. It's slapped away by Corvallis. Coming up with it is Cole Garrett to the ball balance. He is fouled on his way to the basket. Garrett was fouled. He wound up with his back to the basket as he threw it up to make sure that he got the 2 points. There wasn't any hope of hitting the shot. In fact, he came rather close for not looking at the basket. But he is fouled in the act of shooting. Good job by him to make sure that he just threw it up.
And more free throws for Corvallis.
Chad Nissen.
4 fouls on the Warriors in the quarter, 2 of which have resulted in free throws.
Chad Nissen, his second foul, so 2 for Corvallis, 4 fouls for the Warriors. And a reminder from Lynn Benton Community College, stop in and pick up a schedule of their courses, make an appointment with one of their counselors at Lynn Benton Community College. Get started, get finished. Save a bundle on tuition, travel, housing at Lynn Benton Community College in Lebanon, of course also in Albany, Sweet Home, and Corvallis. All right, about ready to begin here is Cole Garrett. C.J. Hargis, a nice effort there to assist a young man in a wheelchair who had to probably get over to a restroom on that side of the floor. What a pleasant young man he is.
Yes, he is.
The free throw was no good. Warriors got the rebound. Colson Shanks in the game, looking for help. Got the timeout, and that was a good thought by him. He was just about to be counted for the 10 seconds. It is a 36-24, 2:40 to go. It's a 30-second timeout. We can take one here. 36-24, Corvallis with the lead, 2:40 remaining in the third quarter.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Lynn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Lynn, you're in.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
1580 KGAL.
All right, coming back on the floor, the Warriors will send Tyler Romeo, Colson Shanks, C.J. Hargis, Chad Nissen, and Ian Smith out to try to dent this 12-point advantage for Corvallis. With only 2:36 remaining in the third quarter, they need to make a run here soon. Here's Chad Nissen for C.J. Hargis, right in the center circle. Guarded by Cole Garrett. Garrett stays right on top of him. They go down low to Tyler Romeo. Romeo in the corner. Starts a drive. Bounce pass to Colson Shanks. Colson dishes it back outside for Tyler. And he will back up and slow things down. Hargis, left wing. Guarded again by Cole Garrett. He's doing a good job of staying with CJ. Cross-court pass. Dangerous. Grab by Colson Shanks. Shanks. Bounce pass for Smith. Smith looking underneath. Can't find anybody. Instead bounces outside for Shanks on the right wing in front of the Warrior bench. Goes down low. Bounce pass for Nissen for two. Got it. Had the opening. Nice pass from Tyler Romeo to Chad Nissen. And he did a nice job to get that little jumper. 36-26. Lead is 10. Corvallis with the ball. Sterling Miles. Cross court for Dylan Duvall. Duvall just hangs on to it. Finds Andrew Laney. Down low. A short jumper is blocked by Ian Smith. Blocked Dylan Duvall. Warriors with the ball. Hargis loses it. Oh, and into the hands of Garrett. He's got an easy layup and he hits it. Out in front with nobody near him. He hit the layup, 38-26, and now Hargis falls to the floor, and they will say that he was pushed. Mather and Langley insist, I didn't do it, Your Honor, as he jumps up and down and slaps the floor. I tell you, it's lucky the official.
I tee him up right now. What is he doing?
It was lucky the official was looking at the scorer's table, but the other official should have called him for it, who was down low to see it.
You can't act like that.
He jumped up and down and slapped the floor, insisting the call was wrong, and it may have been, but you can't do it once the call is made. Inbounds pass knocked away by Andrew Laney. The Warriors with the ball. No question that should have been a technical, as he was looking to his coach, Greg Garrison, and imploring him that he didn't do it.
Another turnover for the Warriors, though.
So Corvallis winds up with it after the inbounds pass knocked away, and they get the ball anyway.
I tell you, this lead is still at 12. It just feels like a lot right now to me. The Warriors can't seem to cut into it. It's been the same this whole quarter pretty much. Let's see here, 6 points apiece in the quarter. So it's been a really ugly quarter for both teams.
A careless foul on C.J. Hargis reaching in. There was no reason to do that, and the Warriors just need to play some better and smarter basketball. Fifth foul. They can't allow to Corvallis in that fourth quarter to get into a free throw position as they've been shooting them well. Not as well here in the third quarter, but they haven't had as many opportunities.
Right.
Dylan Duvall with the ball. Down low for Henry Rondeau. Henry cross court. Grabbed by Andrew Laney. He starts a drive. Beautiful. All the way in, and with the right hand laid it off the glass and in. 40-26. Split the defense from the left baseline. Here's C.J. Hargis. Tries a pass that is right into the hands of Sterling Miles. For Garrett, back to Miles, and he is fouled by C.J., who quickly picks up a second foul. And that time he didn't, no smile. He's exasperated on that one. Sixth team foul also, and that is getting near the point where it will hurt him, and he has fouled Sterling Miles in the act of shooting. And we'll see how Sterling Miles does from the free throw line. Sets, and he does not. He almost got it to roll, but did not. For over 50 years, Mega Foods has offered the best quality and taste. More than just a supermarket, also a very good neighbor. Mega Foods in Lebanon and also in Albany, if you're listening there tonight. Next, let's see, what is today? The 7th. Next Friday is Valentine's Day. Victorian Chocolate Company says stop in. Any chocolate you may want, you will find it freshly made at Victorian Chocolate Company. You can order online at victorian-chocolate.com or stop by the Purple Building near Walston Park in Lebanon. Second free throw good. Lead is 15. Biggest lead of the game for Corvallis. And maybe it has gotten out of hand with a 15-point advantage. Here's Tyler Romeo. Romeo on a drive, split the defenders, puts up the shot, and he traveled to get there.
Well, the only reason I feel like it's too insurmountable is because the Warriors didn't make that run in the third quarter that they needed to. Corvallis, again, has shot poorly. They only have 9 points in the quarter, but the Warriors only have 6.
Henry Rondeau with 10 seconds left. Henry has been rather quiet in this quarter. He'll take a final shot. 6 seconds for three, in and out, no good. Tip by Sterling Miles, won't go, and finally the buzzer for the third quarter. 41-26, the lead is extended to 15 by Corvallis. Will the Warriors have a fourth quarter run? They trailed by 7 at the end of 1, 12 at the end of 2, 15 at the end of 3. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in a moment on KGAL.
Has your stove lost its heat? Is your fridge or freezer no longer cold? Does your washer leave soap in your clothes, or has your dryer stopped tumbling? Then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 259-1131, of course. Like New Appliance, where every appliance shines like new.
Lynn Lanes in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
Good family fun. Bowling.
Open every day and until 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. Ballistic bowling starts at 10 on Saturday nights.
Stop by Lynn Lanes in Lebanon.
Serving the Mid-Valley for 37 years with collision, mechanical, glass, and RV repair, Pacific Auto Services is now Stavros Auto Services. Same people, same commitment to excellence. You've got their name on it. Call Stavros Auto Services at 541-926-7248.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E Tangent.
KGAL.
Did I finish up and give you the website for Victorian Chocolate Company, victorian-chocolate.com? I may have done so, but it doesn't hurt to do it again with Valentine 1 week away. All right, Warriors have possession. Fourth quarter. They need to score on every single blessed possession in this quarter, and they need to play some good defense and stop fouling. They have 6 fouls. Corvallis only 1 Warrior foul away from the 1-and-1. Harga starts to drive, puts up a shot. It won't go, and the rebound goes to Henry Rondeau.
That's something else we talked about, turnovers. The Warriors again had 9 turnovers in the quarter.
A bounce pass to Rondeau, back to Cole Garrett. Cole dishes it to Dylan Duvall, looking to throw to someone underneath, cannot do so, goes to the dribble. And now back outside for Henry. Henry Rondeau guarded by Jake McConnell. Open for 2 is Cole Garrett, and he hits. No, it's Quentin Kyle. Quentin Kyle. So Kendall Leopard all alone goes to the basket and hits. Henry Rondeau fell down, left Kendall alone, drove to the basket 43-28. But still a minute gone, and that lead still stands at 15 for Corvallis as they've simply exchanged baskets. Quentin Kyle has it knocked away by Colson Shanks, but it winds up in the hands of Cole Garrett. Back to Rondeau. Rondeau quiet in the second half after a good output in the first half. Garrett, Sterling Miles, now Rondeau playing on the right side. Underneath to Duvall. Kendall Leopard got the block, got him far enough inside that the ball hit the bottom of the backboard. It looked like he was going to get an easy layup, but Kendall, with that sizable body, forced him away from the basket. Corvallis will maintain possession, but it looked like it would be a simple 2 points.
Yeah.
Kendall does battle. Here's Mather and Langley in the ballgame. He will inbound for Corvallis. Throws it outside to Henry Rondeau. Henry guarded by CJ. Goes to the right-hand dribble. Loses CJ for a moment, but passes. Mather and Langley, cross court for Garrett. Garrett puts a little move on, tries a swing pass. They get it into the corner. 4-3 from Henry Rondeau. I never should have said 30 seconds ago he's been quiet.
Yeah.
46-28, and that may really be the dagger. If 15 points wasn't, 18 at this point maybe, and CJ charges.
You know, it's just the little things, Ray. The little things that the Warriors just are not quite yet doing. This was a very winnable game. You know, it's getting away from a little bit right now, but too many turnovers. They have 26 turnovers, and we still have 6.5 minutes to go. 26 turnovers. It's just the little things. They're just not quite there yet.
28 points, Scott, and 26 rebounds.
Yeah, 26 turnovers. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Anyway, you slice it up, Ray.
Corvallis with the ball, reaching in is Kendall Leopard, and he fouls, and that will be the 8th foul.
And that's another thing, too many fouls and too many careless fouls like that one. They're going to get free throws out of it.
And CJ's charge, really, it's just gotten in the middle like that.
It's just the little things like that. They're just not quite there yet.
CJ's charge an offensive foul. That's why they didn't shoot with the 7th foul, but here with the 8th foul, it's a defensive foul, and that sends Corvallis to the line. And Henry Rondeau. Oh, Henry missed. Oh, Henry candy bar. That's a nice treat for the Warriors as Henry finally misses. He missed on the front end of a 1-and-1. But the lead is up to 18. Here's Kendall Leopard driving to the basket, knocks. He put a shoulder into Mather and Langley.
Well, he sure did.
No call. He just shoved him out of the way, really. That was a That was a missed call. Here's Langley to
Cole Garrett.
Cole Garrett, 31. And he hit the layup. Nice assist from Mather and Langley. Open for three, Jake McConnell. No. It comes off to Langley. He almost loses the handle. Now he's got it. He wants to drive. Dishes it to Rondeau, to the basket, up and in. Very nice transition. Good speed and a good shot by Rondeau to avoid a defender to hit it off the glass. Lead is 20. McConnell starts a drive in the paint, knocks somebody down, and that'll be a charge.
And there you go again.
Knocked down Cole Garrett. Garrett just managed to be in his way, and he needed to pull up a little bit sooner and make the shot.
Yeah.
But the turnover will give the ball to Corvallis, and the lead extends to 20. At one point in the first game, they had a 22-point margin. And that was 50-28 in that game. It wound up 63-49. But the game has gotten away from the Warriors with almost 3 minutes gone in the fourth quarter, and the lead at 20 for Corvallis, and they have the ball again. Henry Rondeau, guarded by Isaac Johnson, back in the game for the Warriors. Cole Garrett from Mather and Langley is not taking a lot of outside shots. He doesn't have to, but he gets it underneath to Sterling Miles. Missed the shot. Miles got the rebound, got it back again, stole it from Tim Maddox, and put it back in. 3 times he got the shot.
And that's another thing that's hurt the Warriors today. Second, third, and fourth chance opportunities for Corvallis. They've had I don't know how many second chance points.
Sometimes it's just a matter of the ball coming off the basket, you know.
That one wasn't.
Langley underhands to Sterling Miles, who was fouled by Tim Maddox. Langley managed to get the ball, and he was falling as he was heading forward, and he just scooped it to Sterling Miles. A heck of an effort by Langley. A short guy, is it 5'8"? Without, 5'10". Scooped the ball as he was falling to the ground. Instead of traveling, it goes into the hands of Sterling Miles, and he is fouled by Tim Maddox, and he will have 2 shots. Second foul of the night on Tim, and he hits the first. What are you going to do?
Well, sometimes a certain team will get all the bounces, and really Corvallis has gotten every single bounce tonight. The Warriors just can't seem to buy one.
Archery is a family sport. The Archery Hut in Lebanon will prove that to you. Shot is good. You'll find the Archery Hut just past the Moose Lodge on Crowfoot Road. Anything an archer could need, and even lessons from Master Archer John Stone at the Archery Hut. Here's Jake McConnell, takes a handoff from Chad Nissen, now in trouble. Tries to give it to Isaac Johnson. It's knocked away by Rondeau to Langley. Langley drives to the basket. Oh, pretty shot, but it wouldn't go. He did a great effort to avoid Chad Nissen, who was coming flying in. And with his back to the basket, he put up a hook shot that almost went in. A heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a tough shot, but it was nice looking.
Great body control to manage to get the shot off. 54-30. But the turnover gives the ball to the Warriors. Ball went out of bounds. Warriors down by 24. Wow, this quarter has been a disaster. Outscored by 9 points so far. There's Isaac Johnson, a beautiful dish underneath, and Chad couldn't hit the layup. Here comes Marion Clark in the ball game, and he passes too hard to Andrew Laney. Marion Clark has not had a good night. He's playing with 4 fouls.
Yeah, he's only got 6 points.
I'm surprised he has that many. I thought maybe it was 2. I don't remember 6.
Well, 4 of them have come from the free throw line, so he's only made 1 bucket, yeah.
I remember he hit 2 from the free throw line, 1 basket. Here's Isaac Johnson for 3. Had the opening, beautiful release, and he hit it. 54-33, Corvallis. Past the midway mark of the fourth quarter as Marion Clark slowly to the dribble. Passes outside to Henry Rondeau, and Corvallis will slow it down on this possession. Across from Laney. He'll take the shot, though. It's no good. A 3-point shot. Jake McConnell got the rebound off the iron. Isaac will try another 3, and no, that rainbow could not go. He has a nice arc on the ball, but that one too high.
Yeah.
Hit the iron, no good. Henry Rondeau brings it up court for Corvallis. Henry guarded by Chad Nissen. For Andrew Laney, guarded by Isaac Johnson. Laney simply throws it back to Rondeau, and Corvallis now will eat up a little bit of time. Here's Mather and Langley for 3. Air ball no good. Marion Clark, did he get the save? He did. Marion Clark, I don't see how he didn't step out of bounds before. He threw that ball back in off the feet of Kendall Leppard.
Good footwork.
And Corvallis will control. Henry Rondeau goes to the bench. In fact, Well, it'd be a timeout.
Everybody's going to the bench.
The starters were going to go to the bench, but everybody left the floor. It's a timeout. 30-second timeout, 3:11 remaining in the ball game. Corvallis 54, Warriors 33. Back on KGAL.
Need extra money? H&R Block offers the Emerald Advance, a line of credit up to $1,000 that you can start using today. No W-2 required. Stop by a participating office to apply or call 1-800-HR-BLOCK to learn more. H&R Block Emerald Advance, line of credit offered through H&R Block Bank. Member FDIC at participating offices, subject to credit approval. Fees apply. See HRBlock/Emerald Advance for details. 2012 HRB tax group incorporated offered January 15, 2013. OVTP B15550.
Hi, this is Serena at your neighborhood H&R Block in Albany, Lebanon, Corvallis. Call us today at 541-928-6432 and see what it means to never settle for less when it comes to your taxes.
1580 KGAL.
Back here at Lebanon High School, it's not been a good night for the Warriors. So many times we say that the opposition, there is a shot for the Warriors, and so many times we fall short because the Warriors are guilty too many times of having these off nights, and it has been an off night. They're not hitting on offense. The defense has been a little bit slower, step too fast for Corvallis, and that's probably why we've seen so many fouls on the part of the Warriors.
Yeah.
Corvallis just moving a little bit quicker.
They got a lot of athletes on that Corvallis team. But, I think that's the frustrating part is that if the Warriors had played, a decent game, they would have been right in this thing because Corvallis has not looked pretty tonight, really. They haven't done a lot of things well. Just the Warriors have not done really anything well tonight.
Corvallis inbounds to Dylan Duvall. They will have their starters still in the game. Henry Rondeau guarded by Isaac Johnson. Henry well outside. Jake McConnell intercepts or actually knocks away a pass intended for Dylan Duvall. The key thing was the fouling in the first half.
Yeah.
Because Corvallis outscored the Warriors 13 points from the free throw line, and their lead was only 12 at the half. So the Warriors actually outscored them from the floor by a point. Here's Isaac Johnson. Isaac, guarded by Mather and Langley, wants to spin and has to throw it back outside for Tyler. Tyler traveled, no call. Now dishes it down low to Smith. He puts on a nice move on Henry Rondeau. Second time tonight. He looks one way, spins the other, and hit the basket. He's good.
He is, and he's going to be fun to watch the next 2.5 years here.
54-35, 19-point advantage for Corvallis, and Cole Garrett with the ball. Garrett knocked away by McConnell. McConnell races to the basket. Up, in. Good steal by Jake.
Unfortunately, they needed to start this in the third quarter, not right now. Another
steal, this time by Chad Nissen, who couldn't hit the layup. Rebound to Dylan Duvall. Cole Garrett slips but maintains control. Off the hands of Duvall to Ian Johnson, and Johnson is fouled by Dylan Duvall. Dylan tried to get the ball back, that wound up in Ian Johnson's hand. That will be a foul. Only the fourth team foul, though. The Warriors have committed 10. Corvallis in the double bonus, and that's the way the game has gone. Every advantage that they could possibly get, they've gotten.
Yeah, and we talked about the free throws killing the Warriors in the first half, and the other side of it is they don't shoot very many. They still have only shot 3 free throws, and they shot 3 at halftime. That's not good.
Dylan Duvall knocks it away, gives it to Marion Clark, who goes down, puts it up, counted, and he's fouled. Dylan Duvall did a nice job of stealing that, bobbled it for a moment, but then a good push pass to Marion Clark, who finishes the play at the other end. And it will be another foul, a 3-point attempt here from Marion. I think it was, I was going to say on Chad Nissen, that was his foul. That's his third.
Yeah.
And Marion Clark will go to the line as he gets his 8th point of the night. Will try to make it 9. Really a quiet night for him. He has 4 fouls and has sat a long time, and he misses the second free throw. Dylan Duvall almost got the rebound. Should have had it, but missed it. Went off the hands of Ian Smith into the hands of Isaac Johnson, who will bring it up court. Under 2 minutes to go. Isaac for Jake McConnell in front of the Warrior bench. He starts to dribble and is tripped by Marion Clark. That may be all for Marion on the night. That's his 5th. And Marion will sit. A quiet effort from him this evening, and rather dejectedly he goes to the sideline.
Yeah, only 8 points.
15 foul for Corvallis, so the Warriors are still not in a shooting position, and they may not get there with 2 minutes to go.
That's another key thing. Like we said, they only have 3 fouls all game, 3 free throws all game. You can't expect to win games when you only shoot the ball 3 times from the free throw line.
Zach Short is in the ball game for the Warriors. Isaac Johnson has it, drives to the basket. He is fouled trying to scoop a layup, about a step inside the free throw line. He draws the foul. He'll go to the line for a couple.
Finally.
The active shooting.
Finally some free throws for the Warriors.
Dylan Duvall will pick up just his second. Your Steel and Husqvarna headquarters in the Valley. Cascade Outdoor Power Equipment. Shot is good. You will find Cascade Outdoor Power Equipment near the airport, Airway Road in Lebanon, between Airport and Oak Roads, and closer to Oak. Cascade Power Equipment.
And Ray, you want to know the scary thing? That was their first free throw attempted since the first quarter.
Here's a shot by Corvallis, blocked, but Sterling Miles got it back. Henry Rondeau's shot was blocked, but Sterling Miles got the rebound and put it in. 58-39, a minute 17 remaining. Warriors with the ball. Isaac Johnson wants to get a screen, puts up a three, off the iron, no good. Rebound Corvallis, battle though underneath as Skylar Gerber in the game. And he battled with, it looked like Cole Garrett. Let's see which way. No foul, it will simply be a possession arrow. And it will belong to Corvallis. 1:07 remaining. Skylar Garber in the game along with Zach Short. And who else is in for the Warriors? Is that Luke Elliott, 15? Who wears 15?
Skylar Garber's 15. Zach Short, Tyler Romeo, Isaac Johnson, and Chad Nissen.
Oh, is that... well, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at 15 for Corvallis at the other end.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what happens some nights about 9 o'clock. That's the extent of it. Corvallis throws it away. Trying to save it as several players off the bench for Corvallis. Cole Garrett tried for the save.
A good effort.
Will not succeed, and the Warriors will have it. Isaac Johnson. It is Zach Short with number 3 and Skylar Garber clearly with number 15.
Yeah.
Also in the game for the Warriors, Chad Nissen, Tyler Romeo, and who am I leaving out? Who's inbounding? Isaac Johnson. 35 seconds remaining, 58-39. As Isaac, a bounce pass for Zach Short in backcourt. Guarded by Cole Garrett. He drives to the basket, has to scoop it off, but he traveled. And a good call. Started to lose his balance again, getting into the paint. It's too crowded.
It is.
Corvallis will inbound. Andrew Laney will bring it into front court by several Warriors. And he hands to Cole Garrett. 20 seconds remaining, 19. Corvallis could simply run the clock here if they wish. J.D. Laswell. Laney, Andrew Laney. Cross court. And they will just run the clock down here with a few subs in the game for them. Nate Roberson makes his first appearance of the night just in time to pass the ball off. And the clock ends the ball game with a 58-39 advantage for Corvallis. They will go to 7-3 on the year. They will tie West Albany, assuming West Albany hung on to what was a sizable lead over Crescent Valley in the first half. They probably did. Corvallis and West will be tied with records of 7-3, and they should meet on Tuesday night, I believe.
I'm not sure. Crescent Valley will be tied with them too, right?
Crescent Valley, that's right. They would be 7-3 because they lose their third game.
Yeah.
So the three teams would be back in a tie at 7-3 when the night ends. Silverton, I'm sure, will knock off Silverton to be 10 or knock off Woodburn to be 10-0 on the year. Thank you, Ben. I could use silence at this point. We'll be back. Tough game tonight. Corvallis pulls away 58-39. Final score. We'll have the stats from Scott and finish up this evening on KGAL.
Taking a detour down a gravel road isn't fun for you or your tires. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, all of our car or pickup tires come with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda Superstore.
Albany Burgerville is now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese on a toasted hoagie roll and the chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Well, not a good night for the Warriors as they fall 58-39 to Corvallis. Corvallis always plays great defense. Greg Garrison, who is their coach, he coached them to 2 state championships the last 2 years. That certainly will not happen this year. But they always play very good defense, very good team basketball. They have been a very good free throw shooting team through the years, and they certainly were tonight, particularly in the first half, as again they outscored the Warriors from the free throw line by 13 in the first half, and the lead was 12, I believe, at the halftime, which meant that lead was garnered simply from the free throw line, and that has to do with the good hustle that they use getting to the basket, reaching fouls and careless fouls by the Warriors. It was that victory from the free throw line in the first half that really put the game out of reach, and they finally win it 58-39 as the crowd clears out here tonight. A nice group showed up early on. It was really thin this evening and looked like there might be almost no one in the student section, but it began to fill in just before game time. The junior varsity game was very sparsely attended, and the Corvallis JV team pulled away at the end for a victory there tonight. I have it written down on one of my many sheets here. The final score there was 65-56. The JV team only lost by 2 at Corvallis. I remember a tough finish that night. 57-55. They lose tonight 65-56. The varsity lost the first game at Corvallis 63-49, and they fall short tonight 58-39. We'll take a final timeout as Scott, I believe, has all the stats tallied, and we'll give those to you in just a moment as we come back to Lebanon High School on KGAL.
Albany Burgerville is now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese on a toasted hoagie roll and the chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd.
1580 KGAL.
58-39. Just talking with the young man who does the filming of the games for Corvallis. Really nice young man who always says hello to us up here. Very kind, considerate young man who shakes his head a little disappointed at the film that he has to show to the team tonight. 58-39 our final score. Scott working on the phone and texting somebody at
your son.
My son.
Who said, well, he said ouch in our score because, you know, it was a tough loss. And then he said West Albany won 70-42.
Wow. The time that they played at Crescent Valley, we were all shocked when they lost that game, as they had lost back-to-back games, losing to Silverton and Crescent Valley.
Yeah.
And I think that am I right that went overtime?
I'm not sure. It could have, or at least it was
right down to the
wire, yeah.
But they lost by a couple of points to Crescent Valley, and that was a loss they should not have incurred. And it sounds like tonight they really got angry and took it out on the Raiders. So they are at 7-3, tied with Corvallis and tied with the Crescent Valley after this evening. Does it say how many Chad Sherwood wound up with? He had
he did not say.
What did he have at the end?
23.
23 in the first half?
Yeah.
He may have slowed down like he did the other night. Basically, he didn't appear in the second half.
Right.
After he had scored 20-some points. So that's back-to-back good games for Sherwood the Elder. Yes. West Albany wins it tonight. Warriors, though, they drop a 58-39 defeat to Corvallis. And next up will be Crescent Valley. Crescent Valley, the first time around, looked tougher to me than Corvallis, but we'll see. The Warriors played very well over there before they fell short and well short in the fourth quarter. And then South Albany a week from tonight will be the final home game. So if you want to catch the Warriors, you have 2 games next week. And then we go on the road to Woodburn and Silverton.
Yeah.
Let's not go to Silverton.
No, let's not. I mean, next week it could be an interesting, 2 games. I wasn't here for that first game at Crescent Valley, but I listened to most of it on my phone. It sounded like the Warriors battled really well and just kind of fell apart at the end. Well, obviously, if the team that shows up here tonight shows up, then they probably won't win. They got to play a lot better than they did tonight. They got to limit the turnovers, and they can't do so many silly fouls. But I think, maybe that could be an interesting game. You never know. And the South game definitely, I think, will. I missed that first game also. There was a Beaver game. I don't think South can put up those kind of numbers again. Do you think?
I don't know. They beat Dallas last night.
They did. But Dallas has dropped 7 or 8 in a row now. So
yeah, Dallas has really fallen on hard times. What was that score? It wasn't.
It was close. It was like 9 points or 11 points.
Let's say like maybe 12 at the end, but I'll find that one if you tell us. Here it is, 66-54. They win by 12 over Dallas last night, but we've said it before. It's a doable game.
We say it a lot. It depends on the Warriors if they're going to back us up and actually come out and perform like the way we know they can this year. So, it could be interesting next week. I did find Silverton won 60-44 over Woodburn. That game was 23-19 at the half. Woodburn was hanging tough. I don't know what happened to Woodburn, but since the forfeit win here, they've only lost. Well, they've lost 2 games, but they've been in every game and they won a couple also. So maybe that Woodburn game is going to be a little tougher than we thought down the road in a couple weeks. All right, for the stats for this game: 40 rebounds for Corvallis to 28 for the Warriors. That's a big discrepancy in rebounds, considering they didn't have that much of a height advantage.
A lot of offensive rebounds.
A lot, too many.
It's a case, Scott, where you'd like to see the film to see why did they get the offensive rebounds. Was it simply a matter that the ball came back to them? Were the Warriors not really crashing the boards after the first shot, kind of giving up? That ball is going to go in.
I mean, obviously, I think it had to be a little of both. You can't say that every one was a good bounce to them because
why not?
Well, I mean, you could, but I just feel like the Warriors weren't in good enough position to get that rebound the first time, and then, Corvallis had the position. They're just going to keep going until they can get it in. So the Warriors were not crashing the boards very well tonight. Turnovers. The first key stat of the night here, 30 turnovers for the Warriors. We haven't hit the 30 mark, I don't think, this year, and it just wasn't pretty out there tonight. 18 for Corvallis in the game, so too many turnovers for the Warriors.
The Vin Diesel movies, Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
They could do it about the Warrior turnovers some night.
That's true.
It's a crazy thing the way the ball is flying around.
That it was tonight, 30 turnovers for the Warriors. Henry Rondeau, 17 points, the leading scorer for Corvallis. Let's see, Laney ends up with 9, so a solid night for him, 9 points. Sterling Miles had 8. Marion Clark also had 8 for Corvallis. Those are their 4 leading scorers. For the Warriors, let's see here, Isaac Johnson was the leading scorer with 11 points tonight. Good job for Isaac. He hasn't been the leading scorer in a while, so it was good to see him finally put the ball in the bucket a little bit. Kendall Leopard had 10. Good night all around for Kendall. Ian Smith had 7, not the normal 15 he's been accustomed to the last few times out, but still a solid night. 5 points for Chad Nissen. Again, he's playing pretty solid all the way around lately, and that's why he's been starting recently. 4 points, for Jacob McConnell, and 2 points for Tyler Romeo. And here is the second key stat of the game, free throw shooting. 20 of 27 for Corvallis, 3 of 5 for the Warriors. Yeah.
Wow.
5 free throws in the whole game.
Wow.
Not good.
So Corvallis did not shoot that well from the free throw line in the second half.
No, they were only 6 of 10 in the second half. So
still they
didn't shoot at they didn't shoot that many, but it was like you said in the first half when it really got away from the Warriors because of all the fouls and all the easy points that Corvallis was able to get.
That's what put the game out of reach. They win it by 19. One final timeout. We'll come back and wrap things up tonight from Lebanon High School. Or maybe not. We can wrap up here immediately. We're farther ahead than I thought tonight. Well, not what we wanted when we started the game tonight.
No.
But the preacher in me again would say, because we talk about the Warrior mistakes and such, the key thing in high school is to play a sport and participate.
Right.
They look like a closely knit team.
Yeah.
They really give good effort right down to the end. It may not be, the greatest of basketball talent, but they don't quit. Ian Smith has really shown some progress through the season. Kendall Leppard, it's not meant in any way to be disparaging of him, does not have great basketball finesse, but never, ever gives up. I mean, he battles underneath.
He's built like a football player.
Yes.
He really is.
And maybe a little wildly for a basketball court, but that's the effort that is in him, not to quit. You have to love that. Isaac Johnson has come along in several areas this year, and every now and then he starts to hit the threes, and you get the feeling that at some point he puts a little more muscle on that body, which is still rather frail in his freshman year. He's 6'3". He can even grow in height, and certainly will add a little weight and strength, and he will be a force in future years. So there are a lot of good things about the team. We don't mean to disparage the fact when we say, that it's a wild shot or they're a little bit out of control. That's simply an analytical and a candid analysis of the game.
I mean, we got to tell you what's going out on the court. I mean, we don't want to lie to you out there.
But they're a good group, a closely knit group that gives a good effort right to the end. And by golly, next week will be our time.
We're going to get one next week. I feel it, Ray.
58-39. Warriors fall short tonight. Tomorrow, the Ducks, speaking of tough times, they lost Ron Artis, their starting point guard, and they don't seem to be able to replace him so far. I thought they won the first game without him.
They did. They beat Washington without him, but then they've lost 3 in a row since.
And it looked like the replacements, and I don't know their names, they did all right that night. But since then, they have really missed Ron Artis. Their turnovers have been multiple, like the Warriors have fallen. They've dropped 3 straight. But tomorrow they get Utah. Should be a beatable team, but they need that victory badly. 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 for the pregame. The Beavers, who won the other night, beating Utah, played on Wednesday night in order to appease that Pac-12 network. They don't play again until Sunday.
I know, it's crazy.
The Pac-12 network.
Right.
And it's 6 o'clock on a Sunday. And as you know, I definitely could not go to the basketball game 6 o'clock on Sunday night. Those things are kind of irritating.
Yeah.
And a late game on the weekday to appease the Pac-12 is irritating.
Well, the Beavers also have played at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday earlier in the year. So
exactly.
I mean, that's not fun for anybody.
No.
It's all about the network, though.
But they say the money, a little piece in one of the papers today, it might have been the Gazette Times or the Albany Statesman Journal, that they did more recruiting this year thanks to some of the money that they got from the Pac-12 network.
Well, I guess they'll take it then, right?
We'll see. Warriors fall short tonight. See you Monday morning for the morning update, 5:30 to 9. I invite you to join Mark Workhoven and me on weekday mornings for news, sports, and some other stuff as well. Thank you, Scott. Thank you very much. I frankly was tiring at the end.
Yeah. Well, I got a little sloppy there at the end too.
I should have gone to the broadcast bench, I think, a little bit at the end. I didn't even recognize the color of the uniform by the. That's embarrassing. One I'll be kicking myself for on the way home tonight. But thank you.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Carissa Adams, back at the studio. As always, a very alert and good job on the board. And thank you for joining us tonight. Join us Tuesday at 7 when Crescent Valley comes here. And we'll see what happens then with the Warriors falling short this evening. Final score, 58-39. Corvallis wins it on KGAL.
Thanks for listening to tonight's broadcast of Lebanon High School Sports on 1580 KGAL. Warriors basketball has been brought to you by Economy Supply Building Center, Mama's Fine Italian, City and Suburban Electric, Lassen RV, Doug Phillips of Edward Jones, Power Honda, Stavros Auto Services, Ixtapa Mexican Restaurant, Linco Federal Credit Union, Burgerville, Crabtree Automotive, Walmart, H&R Block, Lynn Lanes, Willamette Community Bank, Les Schwab Tires of Lebanon, Bing's Kitchen, Like New Appliance, Lynn Benton Tractor, Wilson Motors, and by Canega Tire Factory. Listen throughout the season for more exciting Warriors basketball action. This broadcast is exclusive property of Eads Broadcasting, News Talk 1580 KGAL, and Radio Scott Productions. U.S. copyright law protects this broadcast. Duplication or rebroadcast of any portion of this program is strictly prohibited without prior written consent. We now join our regular programming.
The Car Show, Saturday afternoons on News Talk 1580 KGAL.